Welcome to a casted game of Age of Empires 4 featuring one of my favorite civilizations right now, the Malians, being played by no one other than 3DB himself. And he is up against a very, very good player, Liquid DemusliM. You guys know who he is, Red Bull player, and he's playing as the Chinese, considered by many to be the most powerful civilization on the current patch. I think it's pretty OP in most situations. So I'm very interested to see how is 3DB going to manage going up against a Muslim, him playing as the Chinese. I sure would not want to be in his shoes, and I've been trying to get better at the Malians myself. So I'm going to be kind of watching what B is doing and see if he's able to stand up to the terrible Chinese. Looks like he started with a straggler tree and building. I think he's going to go for six houses. Yes. So for the Malians, this is a pretty common build order to open up. Get basically, if you eat an entire tree, eat a tree, right? Because Malian villagers, they crunch on those trees. It has 150 wood. So if you think of each of these houses cost 25 wood, you can build 6 of them, and it leaves you a space here. And many players like to build the Saharan Trade Network, which is basically an outpost that also has some nice trade benefits. Early on in the meta was the Monza Quarry, which generates that gold and stone, but players have been favoring the Saharan Trade Network not only because it protects your gold, so it protects all of your nice houses you just built, all of that, opens up possibilities for a fast castle or something like that, but also provides a food bonus to those taxed traders that we like to see a lot of the Malians. Now, on a map like this, I mean, what, this is Lipany, right? I don't expect to see B trading, but, you know, I don't know. China might sit back and boom. Maybe B will answer it with a boom of his own. Of course, you usually want to trade to the neutral trade market there, trade post. And so far, he's got all of his villagers on food. So you build all those. He's got his gold. Now he's on food, and he'll be looking to age up. We'll see what landmark he does go for. On the other side, DemusliM playing as the Chinese. He's got his mill, he's got his imperial official supervising that, and of course he'll be collecting the taxes from it. Now, by the way, if you didn't know, when you supervise a building with the Chinese, it makes them drop off 20% additional resources. So it's a little buff to all that food. They typically are dropping off, 10 food. That'll give 20%, so he'll get more than 10 food for each of those. And then he can eventually collect these taxes that are being generated in the building. So I expect to see from DemusliM going for that Song Dynasty. He'll do Imperial Academy into a Barbican. Where might he place his Barbican? I would think somewhere near the gold, perhaps. Maybe right here. This will protect wood and gold. But we'll see. It's all up to DemusliM. Now, besides China being a really good civilization right now, we know that DemusliM has been a player that I've been following since the beginning of Age of Empires 4, and he loves this civilization. He was playing them when no one else was. So, gotta give the man credit where, I might give him some flack for playing as the Chinese here. I know he's been playing this civilization faithfully since the beginning, so you can't fault the man for wanting to play his main. In a matchup against B, of course, you guys know the legend of B and DemusliM. I don't think I need to tell the stories about it, but I would say it might be a little bit of a grudge match. I don't know if either of them are actually holding grudges, but you can't help but to think this is probably a game both of these players would like to come out with a big W. Okay, Saharan Trade Network. Now, it's interesting. Where B built this, it actually won't protect his house. What you can do is build your mining camp on the corner, put the Saharan Trade Network there, and it'll protect everything. But here it's going to be more efficient as far as if you're gathering that gold. Because if you're moving to the gold, actually you want to place it, these camps, when you do, right up against the side of the gold. You don't want to put it at a diagonal. It actually is a slightly decreased speed at which you'll gather and return as resources. So he has maximized his gold gathering essentially with this. Building out with 2 villagers also to note. Not only using 2. And he's been collecting wood in transition. I can only assume we'll see some javelins coming out here, since javelins would be the best counter to the Zhudu that the Chinese will likely get their Song Dynasty. He is already working on that Barbican. Isn't that crazy? The Chinese can get basically 2 landmarks down by the time you finish 1. Granted, he's only building this with like 2 villagers, but they are so good. So he'll have this all protected. It makes him so hard to raid because look at this choke point. He's basically blocked this off here. So Malians won't be able to cross through here. So perhaps B will target a route like this away. He could also go around out here, but I don't know. He's still going to hit the Barbican. Not a ton to raid. Honestly, a good spot to raid could possibly be up by the deer. We see both of the deer patches have spawned to DemusliM's northwest. Now, he could have put a Barbican near these if he wanted, but he decided he wanted the gold more importantly. What are the sheep numbers? He's got a good amount of sheep there. He got an okay amount of sheep. He's got some berries as well, but he will have to consider moving out to those deer, of course, for any prolonged gameplay. Okay, so B has finally reached the second age. Looks like he has a lot of villagers on food. 14 on food and 6 on gold. This is looking like a Malian fast castle, if I ever saw one. He only has, it looks like 2 villagers on wood. I'm kind of interested to see these numbers. Yeah, only 2 on wood. Very interesting. So I've done a fast castle. I typically put like 5 on wood so I can get a few of my infrastructure buildings up, but I actually like this better. I think this might be a better way to do it. So I might adopt trying something like this. Of course, both of these players in the top 10 on the ladder. So, you know, if I see B doing something with the Malians, I might give it a try myself. So it's a good idea. Okay, scout being picked off there. A nice grab. That's there in Trade Network. You can garrison up to 10 villagers in there. It's another cool thing why this is better than your typical outpost, right? Because it's going to protect all that gold, and you can put up to 10 villagers out here and no risk of them being raided. Let's see if DemusliM plans on moving out at all. Currently going for stone. You know, he might have lost his scout, but pro players, they love to do plenty of scouting, and he got the intel he needs to protect, or he got the intel he needs to know that he can sit back and boom. He doesn't have to worry about B coming across the field right now with any sort of an army. Okay, so going for stone, he's going to be obviously going for a second TC with Song Dynasty. Keep an eye on that villager count. He's already at 32. He's only on 1 TC. Crazy, right? But B going to be clearly going for a fast castle. About to drop that down. How many villagers is he going to use? 10 villagers. Put that Ferimba garrison right at the front. Now, this is a popular landmark with the Malians. It is a landmark that basically every one of your Malian units, well, infantry, no cav, it only will cost gold. So all you need is gold to produce units out of here, and they batch train 5 units at a time. So he's going to have 5 units coming out at a time. It also does that conversion. It's like a cheaper gold cost, so this is like a super efficient way to get batches of 5 out on the field. And a lot of times you can pair that with the blacksmith and get the training speed upgrade. Helps you kind of maximize that Ferimba garrison. He's built an archer range. I think that's because he wants to queue up the veteran tech for probably the javelins while he's training units out of this. So I expect to maybe see some javelin spam. 2 town centers down right now for DemusliM. I thought he might maybe put this on a deer, but he actually stayed in here close. So food-wise, I don't know. That's only going to last him for so long. You see he's got 80 food right now. Of course, he's chewing through the food with all the villagers he's been training, but he is up 10 villagers right now. But he's going to have to probably get some control over here. Actually, we say that. There's the villagers right now. I wonder if he'll build a wall or anything first. He's got to know. This is a popular Malian strategy. He's got to know there's units coming his way. We see Javelin have been queued up. Going to be the first batch heading out at about 8 minutes. And let's see, what's it going to be? 3 more seconds. About a bit. Just let's call it 8:30. About 8 minutes and 30 seconds. First batch of Ferimba garrison units out on the field. And he is, in fact, getting the Javelin upgrade there at the archer range. The mosque has been dropped down right now. So going to be going for those relics. So his goal is to grab that gold while he's harassing a little bit here. Now, B does have a scout out here, so I think he knows kind of what DemusliM has. Because I was kind of wondering, like, is he going in blind? Does he know what's out here? But he's probably scouted this archer range, this barracks. He kind of knows something's going to be there. Another archer range coming down. So DemusliM is going to be probably just pumping out Zugnu is what I expect. But the Javelin might be the perfect unit to counter it. It'll be more of a question of can he outnumber that Chinese army? Because there's just going to be so many units coming after him. But we'll see. Now, what else does the scout see? Well, he sees this going on. Does DemusliM know it's coming? I'm not sure if he does, but he's about to find out as he gets a javelin in the face. Let's see how much damage these guys do to a single villager. So, what did he hit there? Oh, it looks like they could 2-shot a villager? Is that the perfect number? Wait, is that a 1-shot? 1. Oh, he's 1-shotting him. Wow, I didn't know that. So, veteran javelin throwers. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villagers. So a batch of 5 will 1-shot a villager. Let's see what's the math on that. These things do 10. Let's see. 10 javelin fire. Okay, that makes sense because a villager has 50 HP without any upgrades. So that means 10 per, so 5. Yeah, that's perfect. 5 javelins is the number. So right now he's kiting away from the spearmen and picking off the Zugnu. Now they do a bonus 8 versus them, so they'll do 18 damage per shot there against the archers. So lots of javelins right now. You know what would have been interesting here? But you know, he doesn't really have the scouting intel because he did lose his scout. DemusliM lost that scout. Is if he was just pumping out horsemen right now, I think B would be in a little bit of trouble because I've had that happen to me. Typically, China puts a lot of horsemen in your face, and these javelins, while they might be very good against Zugnu, they aren't really scared of the spearmen a whole lot. That would be probably something that could be endangering his troops a little bit. But for right now, he picked off a few villagers and, more importantly, pushed DemusliM off the food here. Okay, so right now we've got DemusliM heading over to the north side with his villagers. Going to be looking to wall off the pass there. Uh-oh, but B's perfectly on the money. His scout may be low in HP, but he's high in line of sight. Looks like he's going to be 9 his villagers once again. So, oh man, every one of those volleys is a villager going down. That just really hurts. Okay, DemusliM has his army getting in position. He needs to do something about this. How many has he lost? 7 villagers. So, you know what? You know the funny thing? Despite losing 7 villagers, DemusliM still has, 61 vills versus the 39 of B. I don't think this is your typical Chinese game losing villagers like this. I think if like one of these deer patches had spawned over on this side, it might be a little bit of a different story. But I don't know. He might send a raid of 5 to both sides in that case. But you can see they don't take a whole lot of damage from the Zugnu, which typically they do. They've got 4 ranged damage or ranged armor. Right now he's grabbing his 3rd relic at the moment, and he's only got two buildings here. He's got his archer range, his Farimba, and then he's of course built his pit pine. So okay, so right now we've got DemusliM losing some villagers, but he's okay. He's still got a whole lot more than B. The question will be, what's he going to do about this javelin army that keeps growing? Is he going to try to throw in some horsemen? I don't think there's any Donzo in this army yet. No, so he's gone for an army composition that really doesn't counter this. Although we say that. Here we go, 2 horsemen. Okay, so this could change the game a little bit. Well, it looks like we've got a few horsemen coming out. 2 stables with the Imperial officials, of course, officiating over the ceremonies. Lots of horsemen going to be coming out. But of course, that will chew through food. He's training villagers. He got pushed off his deer. He is on the berries, though. He did get a bit of a wall segment up there. So he's on the berries. Lots of villagers on the berries. So he really wants food. Look at that food per minute, too. You can see B's really invested a whole lot into gold. How many did he decide to put on gold? He's going for the middle gold right now. 25 villagers on gold. What's he have on food? Like, 6 villagers on... Wait, yeah. No, 4 villagers on food is all he's done. So he's basically just using that food for his villagers, and everything else is going into gold and going into that Farimba. So, an interesting move there. And, of course, he's grabbed all of the gold, all of those relics, rather. Now, DemusliM, he plays some Malians. I would assume that he would kind of know what B's doing behind this. He's got to kind of expect. Okay, we see the Chinese army moving out right now. Right now, he's got B cornered just a little bit, and the horsemen moving in, but kiting back. It looks like he was actually able to pick off 1, 2, 3, 4 horsemen. He's grabbed all those. B has taken all 3 sacred sites. He has every single relic. I mean, the gold income for him is just insane. Look at that right now. And what is DemusliM going to do to stop this army? We see horsemen running out. He's even got some imams healing on the front line. They say, we've done our job. We've got all the sacred sites. Let's get in the action. So, kiting back right now, it looks like DemusliM is maybe making some progress here in this fight. These are all javelin throwers. There hasn't been a single Donzo or anything in this army yet. The spearmen haven't done a whole lot this game. I wonder if there had been more horsemen, how different some of these engagements earlier on could have gone right now. Of course, these javelins will have excellent range, and now he's picking off some of his numbers. He can pretty much just take anything in this fight. What I like to do when I'm fighting with Malians is put them in line formation so they don't overkill. Wow! Is B listening? B, blink twice if you can hear me. I was going to say, I always put them in line formation because they do so much damage, it's easy to overkill units. Like, you just saw that, like, 10 of them shot at that one. It's easy to accidentally do too much damage, so it's nice to put your javelins in line formation. You can also use that, the fact that they have very high range. If you're in line formation, that helps you, it helps you kind of use that maximum range possible in a lot of those throws. He has actually trained additional imams? Oh my gosh. What, is he playing Delhi? What is this? He's got imams on the front line healing. Finally, we do have 5 Donzo, by the way. I think there were some Donzo a little bit earlier, too. Did he even upgrade these Donzo? Hardened Donzo. Okay, he did upgrade them. Where did he upgrade them? Oh, did he upgrade them at the Frimba? I don't think he even used wood. Where's he using his wood? I'm looking to see if there is... I don't think he even has a barrack, so I don't know what he's used that wood on. It says he does, but I don't see it. I'm clicking it. He's got one somewhere. You just wait. Was that it? Oh, there it is, in the corner. Now hold on a second. I don't think that boosts the pit mine. Okay. I was like, what is he doing here? Okay. What is going on up here? You know, I just put a YouTube short up about Snoopa being trapped in some Chinese walls, and it feels like here, the Muslim has trapped his own villagers in there. They might be getting the food right now, but B's troops look hungry on the outside. Javelins, this is kind of that situation of like, you've seen this with longbows, you've seen this with Zugnu, and now you're seeing with javelins. At a critical mass, they can take on your horsemen. With a little bit of kiting, they're going to pick them off with each volley they do. While this might have 3 armor, each one of these shots is going to do 12 damage now that he has his +2. So how much HP they got? 125. So there you go. So he's doing a lot of damage there. He's not one-shot him quite yet, but okay. Villagers moving out to the deer. The Muslims have a lot of villagers on. What's that? 56 villagers on the deer. Is that right? This is crazy. He has 89 vills, by the way. Despite all of these efforts, the Muslim has kept his villager count extremely high. It's just been those military numbers that the Muslim has kind of struggled with, some not favorable engagements. The lumber camp's a little far away there. He's going to get the age up in. Is he going to get it? Pick up the javelin. He's going to be picking off villagers. We might lose 5, but it doesn't even matter. He can afford it. He has so many vills right now. Nest of Bees being trained up. Now, a Nest of Bees will be critical against this, and B has to know this. I don't know. Can javelins just like snipe a Nest of Bees? Do they do enough damage? I don't know. I don't know the HP of the Nest of Bee, but we're about to find out. Isn't it like, I don't know if it's 350, 350 HP? I can't remember. We're about to find out. So Nest of Bee is going to be coming out. How will he kill that? What the 11? What is this? Malian healers. He's just taunting the Barbican. He's just like tanking damage. Oh my gosh. I have got to try this. I don't think I've used the imams with my army before as Malians, and they look cool. Look what's on their head. They look really cool. It's all about how cool you look. Wait, there's Nest of Bees. He's going to fire off. Okay, he hits the imams though, and the imams will probably heal up there. He doesn't even wait. He knows they're going to get him. Maybe he thinks the imams are going to bash him with their stick, but either way, B taking a massive win over DemusliM out here live on the ladder. That's going to be half the game I'm going to have to go back and dissect. I think the biggest thing being that it didn't seem like DemusliM was pumping units very much in the second age. He really committed to a big boom. He had a lot of villagers, but it felt like he wasn't able to secure his food, and it kind of throttled his production a little bit. I would have been curious to see if maybe not Spearman and what a Horseman's fan might have done in that matchup. But either way, well played from both players, and congrats to B on a big win. If you enjoyed this casted game, make sure you take a moment, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment below, and let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.